If you're looking for a channel, keep it real and spitting facts. No need to look further. Gangsta emoji where it's at.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, keep it real.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, you can feel. If you looking for a channel, keep it real and spitting facts. No need to look further. Gangsta emoji where it's at.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, we keep it real.
We keep it gangsta.
Everything I say, you can feel.
It's your girl Leda. So today I'm going to be making a shrimp salad. So first, before I even get started, let me introduce you to some of the ingredients. I'm going to make a dressing from scratch, and so what I'm going to need is a half a cup of sour cream, a half a cup of ranch. I'm going to need a teaspoon of the taco seasoning and 1/4 of salsa, but instead of salsa I like to use Rotel. For my actual shrimp salad, I'm going to use some black beans, some corn, some black olives, and some baby spinach. Now, this is what I actually use for my shrimp. It's the Cajun choice. It is very good. It actually has a unique taste to it. And I think it's the best seasoning that I've found so far for seasoning my shrimp when making my salad. So let me go ahead and get my shrimp deveined and also cut off the tails, and then we'll get started. So in this container, I have half a cup of sour cream. I have half a cup of ranch dressing. I have 1/4 cup of salsa, and then I have a teaspoon of taco seasoning. Now I'm going to mix this all together, and this will be my dressing for my salad. So I have mixed my 4 ingredients up, which again is half a cup of sour cream, half a cup of ranch dressing, 1/4 cup of salsa, and then a teaspoon of your taco seasoning. And so this is what my dressing looks like after I have whipped it up all together. And I must say it tastes the bomb. You have to try it. So now I have already took the opportunity to devein my shrimp, and I've also cleaned them, removed the tails, and now I'm going to add my seasoning to it. So guys, this is what my seasoning looks like when I open the package. Again, it is the Cajun choice from Louisiana Foods. It's the seasoning mix, and I just sprinkle it all over my shrimp. Now, once I've done that, I just take my hands, and yes, I have washed my hands before I even started, so don't nobody try to come for me and say, oh, I didn't see you wash your hands. A rule in my house, before you even enter my kitchen, you must wash your hands, brush your teeth, and wash your face. I don't play that, okay? And so, as you can see, my shrimp is nice and coated. And while I take the time to actually wash my hands again to remove all the seasoning off my hand, I'm going to go ahead and start my black beans, my corn, and I'm going to cook them really quick and put them in a pot. So give me one moment and I'll be right back. Okay, so while I'm cooking my black beans and my corn, I am going to take the time to go ahead and cut up this tomato. It's up to you how you want to cut your tomato. I normally do thin slices. I like to do very thin slices, and then I'll dice them up again. I cut off this part because I absolutely hate that little stem part. And continue cutting. Then once I cut them like that, I take them and cut them again. And yes, of course, I have washed off my tomato. I do all of that beforehand. So I don't ever want you guys to think, oh, she dirty. She ain't even wash off her tomato. No, I washed off my tomato beforehand. Just like I wash my hands off camera before you guys can see. And I also have my dish sink full of hot soapy water so I can wash my dishes as I mess them up. My mom always taught me you clean up your kitchen as you go. Don't wait until the last minute. Have your kitchen clean. So now as you can see, my tomatoes are cut up nice and pretty how I want them. And so now I am going to check on my black beans and my corn, and then I will start cooking my shrimp for you guys. Okay, so off camera, I took the opportunity and the liberty of cutting up one tablespoon of butter, so that way I can melt it really well. And I'm actually going to add in my onions and my my shrimp to be cooked. Now my shrimp will only take me 5 minutes to prepare. I just want to cook my onions for a little bit before I actually start cooking my shrimp, so that way I can make sure that they're nice and translucent. And that's how I normally do that. So give me just a moment. Let me grab my shrimp and then we'll get cracking. Now I didn't cut up a whole bunch of onions. I'm not a big onion fan. But onions add a great flavor to your food. And for those of you guys who actually are new cooks, I don't know if you are aware that like your olive oil is normally used for your marinades. Some people actually use it to cook with. Whenever you're adding your seasoning to any type of meat, it actually helps it to stick to it a lot better by adding olive oil to the meat. And if you actually look on your oil, it'll tell you if it's for marinating, if it's for high temperature settings. I think a lot of people actually miss that when they are utilizing oil to cook. So I'm just going to cook these down just a little bit more. And then when they cook down a little bit more, then I'll add in my shrimp. Okay, now I'm going to actually start to add in my shrimp. Again, shrimp only takes 5 minutes to cook. It doesn't take a long time to cook. So you don't want to overcook your shrimp. So I have washed and cleaned my spinach. It's dry now. I'm going to simply add some tomatoes. Now, most people use mixed greens. I like to use spinach. It kind of reminds me of the Southwest egg rolls that Chili sells. So that's why I normally just use spinach. But it's your salad. You make your salad how you want to make your salad. This is how Leda makes hers. Okay. That's me wiping my hands. So can't nobody say Leda ain't wiped her hands. No, Leda wipes her hands. Now I'm going to add in some corn. And you just want to sprinkle it everywhere. And now you come back with some black beans. Now, if you're married, make sure that you taking some gas medication or whatever. I would hate for you to be passing gas on your husband or your significant other. So that's how it looks so far. Give me one moment and let me get my shrimp. I had to grab a paper towel so I could wipe my hands. Like I say, it's all about cleanliness over here. I'm just gonna let my shrimp cook right along with my onions. I have my stove on a medium heat. I don't want to cook my shrimp too fast. Now, what a lot of people do when they actually clean their shrimp, they devein it and take the shells off. They use the shells to make a shrimp boil. It's like a broth. You make your broth, and then you can utilize it for other things. So I've seen people actually put it in a jar, a container, and just actually leave those shells in there. And then when they get ready to use the broth, they drain it in a strainer to remove the shells and be able to get the broth strictly out of there. Again, just in case you're wondering why I'm actually doing a video today, Gangsta is sick, and I don't mind helping out any way I can. I'm gonna make sure my bro is good and that he still has content available on his channel. So my shrimp is almost ready. When your shrimp starts to close in like that, it's getting ready. This one hasn't closed in quite yet. Okay, my shrimp is done enough for me. So give me just a moment and I will actually plate my salad. Just one moment. So now I'm simply gonna add my shrimp on top of my salad along with the onions. Okay, now I'm going to simply add some cheese as well as my homemade dressing. And now I'm adding my homemade dressing. Remember, this is the easiest dressing you could possibly make, and it tastes extremely good. So this is the before picture before I add the dressing, and now here's what it looks with dressing. All right, you don't want to overdo it with the dressing, but now it's done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you take the time to make a taco shrimp salad, and let me know if you do. And again, I thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a good and blessed evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.
That subscribe button and put thumbs up and hit that bell and hit that cushion and hit that bell.
Another day, another story. Keep it gangster with gangsta Mosey.
Keep it gangsta.
Another day, another story.